starting with chapter 2, business basic accounting terms. And the first term given to us is business transaction. Business transaction means a financial transaction or economic event. Financial or economic means that which can be measured in terms of money, entered into by two parties, that initiates the accounting process of recording it in the books of an enterprise, right? That is known as a business transaction. Business transaction, like we are purchasing something on credit, we are paying salary to the staff, we are paying wages to the workers, all that will be considered under business transactions. Now coming to account. What do we mean by account? Account is that of a particular head, like Ram account is there, Sham account is there, all the transactions related to Ram, all the entries related to Ram, whether it is debit or it is credit, I have recorded that in Ram's account. So account is, it is a record of transactions, cash and credit under a particular head of account. It can be salary account, it can be telephone expenses account, it can be electricity expense account. So all these are recorded in one particular head, and that is known as account. Now coming to capital. Capital is the amount which the owner, which the proprietor is investing in the business. That is known as capital. I have opened a shop. I took 1 lakh rupees and opened the shop. So that 1 lakh rupees is my capital. And in between the 1 year, again I introduced 50,000 in my firm. That will be additional capital introduced. So that is clear to you. Now going on to what is proprietorship. Proprietorship is, like I told you, that in business studies chapter 2 we will be studying about the forms of business organization. So in that case, one, we will be studying about sole proprietorship. That proprietorship is written here. Proprietor means owner and proprietorship means ownership. So it can be a sole proprietor business, it can be a partnership business. Depending on that case, we can call that person. In the case of sole proprietorship, we will be addressing the owner as proprietor, and in the case of partnership, we will be addressing the owners as partners, right? Otherwise in business, always, otherwise in accountancy, always it will be assets is equal to capital plus liabilities. This will always be equal. Assets is equal to capital plus liabilities. That equation can be interchanged all the time. Like here they have written capital is equal to assets minus liabilities. It can be assets is equal to capital plus liabilities, or it can be the other way, whatever we want to calculate, depending on that. Now coming to drawings. What do we mean by drawings? Drawings is the amount which the
This
proprietor
is amount.
drawings. Drawings is the amount which the
Amount return.
now drawings is the amount which the proprietor or the owner, not the, I'm not using the word proprietor because you people are getting confused. Drawings is the amount or the goods
Ma'am,
in kind. Yes, beta.
ma'am, we can use the word partner also.
You can use the word partner also. If it will be a partnership business, then you will be using the word partner. If it is a sole proprietorship form of business, then you will be using the word proprietor or owner of the business.
मैम जो ड्राइंग है वो पर्सनल यूज के लिए हम पैसा निकालते हैं बिजनेस से.
Yes, money,
ओके
or
मैम.
it can be goods also. So drawings is
ओके
the
मैम.
amount withdrawn or goods taken by the owner for personal use from the business. Like I am a sole proprietor, I'm running a shop and I need to go on holiday, and for that I need 50,000 rupees. So I have taken 50,000 rupees for my personal use for going on holiday. So that will be considered as my drawings. And there are partners in a business partnership firm, and one of the partner has is using the car of the business for personal use. He has taken the car for the personal use. So it will be considered as drawings. Drawings can be in money form also, or it can be in the form of goods also. Like I have a shop, and from the shop I have taken some item for my personal use. I have taken um, like shoes. I have a shoes business, and 10 shoes, 10 pair of shoes I have taken my home for gifting to others or for being used in my home. So that will also be considered as drawing. So drawing is not only just limited to money only, it can be in the form of goods also. Now coming to liabilities. Liabilities, I think when we were discussing earlier also, you must have got a little bit idea about liabilities. Liabilities means amount owed by the business, amount which is payable by the business. I have purchased something from outside and I have told the supplier that I will be able to make you payment after a period of 3 months. So what is that? That is my liability. I need to pay him in future. I owe him 10,000 rupees. 10,000 rupees are payable by me in future. So that is my liability. Now liability can be internal liability as well as external liability. What do we mean by internal liability? Internal liability is that yesterday also I explained you that business and owner are considered as two separate entities. They are considered as separate. So whatever, yes, Dhruv, we will be coming to creditor also. Yes. So owner and business are two separate entities. So whatever the amount owner has invested in the business is liable to repay that capital to the owner at the end of the business. That is known as the liability of the business. That is why we write capital in the liability side. When we make the balance sheet, we make liabilities rupees, assets rupees. And in the liability side only, we write the capital because it is the internal liability of the business. Now coming to external liability. External liability um, is the amount which is payable to the outsiders, to the suppliers, or if we have taken loan, that is considered as external liability. Now liability further can be divided into two parts: non-current liability and current liability. Non-current liability means the liability, the amount which is payable after a period of 1 year, that it is a long term liability, that I have taken loan for more than 1 year. I have purchased debentures are of course for more than 1 year. So this is non-current liability. And current liability is the amount which is payable within 12 months, within 1 year. That is current liability, like creditors for a period of 3 months, for a period of 9 months, for a period of 11 months,
Ma'am,
bills payable. Yes, beta.
ma'am,
Hmm. Please ask.
मैम करंट लायबिलिटी जो है उसमें आउटस्टैंडिंग एक्सपेंस भी आएंगे ना?
Yes, outstanding expenses are liability only. For example, rent is
मैम
there. I have not paid rent for 3 months. So my rent is outstanding. That is my liability, that I have not paid the rent of this month. So I need to pay it in future. So that is my liability,
ओके मैम,
right?
ओके मैम,
Expenses will be
ओके मैम,
coming, prepaid expenses and outstanding expenses will be coming. Now
Okay,
here
ma'am.
Raghav has sent me a question. What do we mean by debentures? Debentures means that when a company is starting, what the company is doing, company is selling shares to the public. When the company is selling shares to the public, along with that, company also offers debentures to the public. Debentures is considered as the loan capital of the company. So that is one thing which you will be studying later was. For now, you can understand that debenture is the loan capital of the company. When a person is starting a company, the person need to raise capital, and it raises capital from shares and debentures. Shares are the owners of the shareholders are the owners of the company, but the company must use a capital structure which is a mix of both equity and debt, because we don't want too much owners in the company. So what we are doing is we are issuing debentures also. Debenture holders are the creditors of the company and they have got no right in the decision making of the company. So we are selling shares and we are selling debentures also to raise the capital. That is why debentures are also known as the loan capital of the company. This is what debentures is about.
Ma'am, please explain what is debentures again.
Mm, Debentures. Debentures means that, please mute yourself. प्लीज म्यूट. डिबेंचर्स देखो, जब एक कंपनी है, कंपनी अपना बिजनेस स्टार्ट करने वाली है, तो कंपनी पब्लिक को शेयर्स भी सेल कर रही है और डिबेंचर्स भी सेल कर रही है. वो डिबेंचर्स जो सेल कर रही है उससे लोग डिबेंचर्स को खरीदेंगे और पब्लिक उसको पैसा देगी कंपनी को. दैट इज डिबेंचर. पर वो लोग कंपनी के क्रेडिटर्स हैं. कंपनी एक तरह से लोन कैपिटल रेज कर रही है. But I think discussing too much on debenture here will deviate from the main points. So don't get distracted. Come to these basic terminologies first. Liability you have understood, non-current liability and current liability. Current liability is the amount which is payable within 1 year, and non-current liability which is payable after 1 year. Now coming to assets. Assets are the properties, tangible and intangible assets owned by an entity or enterprise. For example, assets can be machinery, furniture, land, building, stock, debtors. All these are considered as the properties of the business, so they are known as assets. Now, what do we mean by tangible assets and intangible assets? Like um, the things, the assets which we can see and we can touch, they are known as tangible assets. Like machinery, I can see machinery, I can touch machinery. But then there is goodwill, the good name of the company. The company has earned reputation. Reputation, I cannot see reputation, I cannot touch reputation. Reputation is I can feel reputation through my increased profits. Those are known as intangible assets. Now, assets can be further classified into non-current assets. Now, coming to that assets, we have understood the meaning of assets. Assets can further be divided into non-current assets or fixed assets, current assets and fictitious assets. I think in the video also you understood about fixed assets and current assets. Non-current assets are those assets which are held by an entity, which are held by a business with the purpose to, with not with the purpose to resell, but are held either as an investment or to facilitate business operations. That I have purchased this particular machinery and I have no intention to sell it again, and I'm using it for carrying out my business activities. So it will be considered as a fixed asset, right? So fixed assets are there in the business for more than 1 year and they are giving us a benefit of more than 1 year, and we are not purchasing them for the purpose of reselling them. We are purchasing them as an investment or to uh, carry out our business activities. Fixed assets can further be divided into tangible assets and intangible assets. Tangible assets are again which we can see and touch, like land, building, machinery, computer, furniture, etc. And intangible assets are which do not have physical existence, they cannot be seen and touched. Examples are goodwill, computer software, etc. Now coming to current assets. Current assets are the assets in the business which are current assets are those assets which are held by a business with the purpose of converting them into a cash with a short period of. Non-current assets and fixed assets mean the same thing. They mean the same thing. With the purpose of converting them into cash within a short period, that is 1 year, like the goods of our business. Goods, we are producing goods, and what we are doing is we are converting them into cash within a period of 1 year. For example, I am manufacturing sugar and I am selling sugar and I am taking the money from the purchaser, so I am converting it into cash. The goods which I am producing, the things which I am producing, I am selling them in the market and I am getting cash in return. So the assets which are there in the business with the purpose of converting them into cash within 1 year, they are considered as current assets. राइट मेरा इंटेंशन है कि मैं उसको रीसेलिंग के लिए बना रही हूँ या कहीं अगर ट्रेडिंग कर रही हूँ तो मैं उसको परचेज कर रही हूँ दोबारा रीसेल करने के लिए. ठीक है. Now fictitious assets. What do we mean by fictitious assets? It is an English word, fictitious. Fictitious means something which is not real. So it is an asset in the business, but it is not a real, we can say. Fictitious assets are those assets which are neither tangible assets nor intangible assets. They are losses not written off in the year in which they are incurred, but in more than one accounting period. This is slightly tricky for you to understand at this stage, but I'll explain through an example. For example, many of you must have watched these IPL matches, cricket matches. In cricket matches, what happens is that a cold drink company is sponsoring, is endorsing that event. That Coca-Cola, for example, no, Pepsi we take. For example, Pepsi. Pepsi has given advertisement in the IPL. So what Pepsi has done is Pepsi has spent like we take 10 crore rupees. 10 crore rupees in giving the advertisement. That throughout the IPL, advertisement will be of Pepsi only. Whatever banners will be there, they will be of Pepsi only. Whatever advertisements will be coming in the TV, that will be of Pepsi only. So for that purpose, what the Pepsi company has done is Pepsi company has given 10 crore rupees to the IPL people, right? So these 10 crore rupees, though it is a revenue expenditure. Revenue expenditure means that I have incurred this expenditure. मैंने ये जो expense किया है, ये expense अपने sales को increase करने के लिए किया है. इसलिए ये revenue nature का expense है. पर अगर मैं इसको अपने profit and loss account में enter कर रही हूँ, to advertisement expenditure 10 crore rupees, then in that particular year जो मेरा प्रॉफिट है वो बहुत कम शो करेगा. मेरे प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट में एक बहुत बड़ा एक्सपेंस आ जाएगा, बहुत मेजर लॉस शो करने लग जाएगा मेरा प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट, विच इज़ नॉट ट्रू ऑल्सो, बिकॉज जो एडवर्टाइजमेंट मैंने करा इस ईयर वो मुझे बहुत लंबे टाइम के लिए बेनिफिट देने वाला है. मेरे पेप्सी की सेल बहुत बढ़ने वाली है और मैं एकदम से 10 करोड़ रुपीस अगर लिख दूँ प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट में डेबिट साइड में, तो प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट मुझे एक ट्रू पिक्चर शो नहीं करेगा। ऐसा लगेगा कि मेरे कंपनी में बहुत ज़्यादा लॉस है। और हम ऑलरेडी डिस्कस कर चुके हैं कि अकाउंटिंग जो है वो एक साइंटिफिक लैंग्वेज है। वी आर डूइंग एवरीथिंग वाइज इन अकाउंट्स। सो व्हाट द अकाउंटेंट विल डू इज, अकाउंटेंट जो वो 10 करोड़ रुपीज है उसको 5 ईयर्स में डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर देगा, 2 करोड़ एवरी ईयर, कि हम प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट से 2 करोड़ एवरी ईयर चार्ज करेंगे। तो ये जो हो जाएगा, जो बाकी का 8 करोड़ हो गया, वो मैं कहाँ शो करती हूँ, वो मैं अपने एसेट साइड में शो करती हूँ। उसको बोलते हैं फिक्टिशियस एसेट और डिफर्ड रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर, कि उस एक्सपेंडिचर को, रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर को मैंने डेफर कर दिया, पार्ट्स में डिवाइड कर दिया। एवरी ईयर प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट के डेबिट साइड से मैं 2 करोड़ करके चार्ज कर रही हूँ 5 ईयर्स तक। दिस इज नोन एज डेफर्ड रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर। और यही चीज हमारी फिक्टिशियस एसेट में आती है। यहाँ पर लिखा है ना, दे आर लॉसेस नॉट रिटर्न ऑफ इन द ईयर इन विच दे आर इनकर्ड बट इन मोर देन वन अकाउंटिंग पीरियड। वो वाले लॉसेस जिनको हमने उस एक साल में ही राइट ऑफ नहीं करा, पूरा सारा एक साल में चार्ज नहीं करा, हमने उन्हें मोर देन वन अकाउंटिंग पीरियड, हमने इस वाले एक्सपेंडिचर को, एग्जाम्पल वाले एक्सपेंडिचर को 5 ईयर्स में डिवाइड कर दिया और उसको 5 ईयर्स में चार्ज करा। सो दिस इज नोन एज डेफर्ड रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर एंड दिस इज एन एग्जाम्पल ऑफ फिक्टिशियस असेट। आई थिंक